Hey guys, it's Dr. Maddie. Today I want to talk to you about things you can do in between adjustments to make sure they stay longer and that way you are feeling good 100% of the time. Now, the big one that we are going to talk about is going to be rest. Sleep is super important for our recovery and making sure that our body is getting enough rest so that way we can relax, our muscles can relax, our brain can kind of turn off, have that recuperation that it needs to is going to be super important. The one thing about it is having a routine. So making sure that you're going to sleep at the same time and waking up at the same time every day is going to make sure your body is in that routine, is in that rhythm that it needs to be. Our body does the most recovery during sleep, so that is super important. The other thing is making sure it's restful sleep, right? One of the big things that we see is people are sleeping, but they're not sleeping very well. They're waking up a lot throughout the night. So one of the things that can help that is decreasing your screen time before you go to bed. I know it's really easy just to get on your phone and scroll or text people back or do something on your phone before you go to bed, but it is super important to decrease that time as much as possible so that our brain can have that time to start resetting and relaxing and everything that it needs to do for our recovery. The other thing is how we eat. Super important to nourish our bodies the way that we need it to. So making sure we are eating our fats, our healthy fats, our proteins, our carbs, our fruits, vegetables, everything like that, so we can make sure that our body is staying nourished, right? Having that anti-inflammatory food is going to decrease that inflammation throughout our body, so our brain can talk to the rest of our organs the way that it's supposed to when we don't have a lot of that inflammation. So those anti-inflammatory foods are super important to have in our diet as well. Another thing is movement. Our bodies are meant to move. We want to make sure that you're moving and that way you can do everything that you want to throughout your life. So whether it's going for a walk or running or going to the gym, lifting weights, going to different classes, right? Spin classes, Orange Theory, CrossFit, things like that. So making sure that our body is moving, especially if we do sit at a desk for a while or we're driving in the car for a long time, making sure we are taking those breaks to get up to move, walk around, have that time so our body can move, not just sit there, right? Super important for our recovery too. The last thing kind of goes in with movement, it can at least, is stress management. Super important, right? We want to make sure that our body is as stress-free as possible. I know it can be very difficult, but there are many things that you can do. Just taking time for yourself, right? Whether that's journaling or going for a walk, right? Having that movement, having that you time. For me, it is the gym and I love it. So that is my time to de-stress, decompress, making sure that I'm the best that I can be, right? By having that time to myself to get all of that stress out in one way or another. So again, whether it's journaling, going for a walk, just taking time to be with yourself, right? Reading a book, something like that, that can help decrease the stress throughout your life and throughout your body. Now, all these things are super important. So if you have any other questions, let us know and we can't wait to see you at T3.